Okay, I just want to make sure that I am live everywhere where I need to be live and that everything is working as it should. Before we go live right now, okay, guys, tell me there in the comments if you can hear me properly, if I'm making sense. Hey, wait, first things first. First things first, we change this date. Wow. Kind of midnight games, it changes on midnight. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Jose Mokwena. I am your host, and this is a place where we love South African football. We love African football, and every now and then we dabble with what is happening overseas. And obviously, every now and then those things all intersect. We had the African and South African football CAF Champions League. Now we are seeing South African football and African football into the world because of the Club World Cup. So if it's your first time here, remember, this is a very interactive show. You get to jump in and speak to me. You get to jump in and tell me exactly what you're thinking about the game. And you do that by pressing the multi-guest button at the bottom of your screen. You click it, you request, I let you in. We have conversations. Halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in and we're going to have a discussion. But then if we can reach 20,000 likes, I will keep it open the whole time and then we can go from there. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Now, of course, we've got ULSAN HD versus MAMELODI Sundowns. And MAMELODI Sundowns, of course, representing South Africa here. Very, very interesting news on that side. MAMELODI Sundowns, of course, winning the league. This side, 28 games played, 24 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. They scored 65 goals. They conceded 13 for a grand total of 73 points. Then, of course, ULSAN HD are currently number 3 in their log. 19 games played, 8 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses, 23 goals scored, 19 goals against with 29 points altogether. In their last 5 games, man, where they have a loss, 2 draws, and 2 wins. Last game out was the loss versus Young Book 3-1. And then, of course, MAMELODI Sundowns, their last game was that loss, unfortunate loss to Pyramids FC, but their record is a loss, a draw, and 3 wins in their last 5 games. I'm just pulling up the lineups right now. You have Joe in goal, you have Myun Kwan, you have Project, you have Kim, you have Ludwigsen, you have Zhang, you have Bojanik, you have you have Sinpung Ko, you have Lee and Farias. And then, of course, for MAMELODI Sundowns, in goal is Williams, you have Cupido Kekana, Lunga Mudau, you have Alende Mokwena, Zwane, Ribeiro, Sales, and Reyners. Very, very interesting to see what is happening here. Oh, ref, what's that like now? Okay, where's the jacket? Must I wear the jacket? Okay, I'll wear the jacket. No, guys, I was on Sporty TV right now, doing the build-up with them on Sporty Show, and then okay. Oh, let me turn up the volume and hear what's happening here. Heban. Just like that, Florida weather. Apparently, there's something coming towards the site of the stadium. Heban. Florida. I didn't know. Heban. Okay. I'm just listening here. Okay, so for those who don't know, the match was meant to start, but now they're saying due to adverse weather conditions, the game is going to be delayed because there seems to be some sort of storm coming. Oh, mamkhasho, guys. You took it all the way. You took it all the way to America. Okay, we've got a delay. This is what I'll do. Let's run our own build up then. So what we'll do is I'm gonna open it up and then we're gonna go and do it from there. Steph is saying, come to America, they said, whether anything can happen here. Agent, weather.
Yeah, no, ish. The problem is the snake was a bit delayed, Shem, you know. Ish. Yeah, so ish, it was still lindy, don't worry. It will pass. Interesting lineup.
Say anything. Yeah.
Interesting lineup. A smart lineup. Not sure if it's a tactical lineup, but smart lineup. Because in the build up to the game, I said Coach Cardoso needs to be very smart in a devilish way. There's no realistic chance of necessarily winning this tournament. So
Okay.
you would rather appease and mend the bridges with the Sundowns fans going to the next season. So what you do is give them what they want. In my language, someone is the soft porridge that you make with milk.
Yeah.
So usually when it's smelling nice, you would cry for it, but it's hot. So you must give it to the kid when he's crying so that it can burn him, so that he knows that this thing is hot. So I think it's a smart thing to start Uzwani, and I'd want him to play all the games, 90 minutes, so that Sundowns fans can feel at heart, you know. So yeah.
So do you think the stakes are low in terms of this tournament? So in terms of if they lose the 3 games, let's say if they lose the 3 games, do you think that that's going to be held over Cardoso's head at all?
With Uzwani playing,
Can
no.
he risk either way?
No, he can't. If you lose with Uzwani there, no one is going to complain.
Okay.
But if you lose without Uzwani, then it's a problem. You know, so hence I'm saying it's a smart thing to do. You know, and I don't get the hullabaloo, if I may say. I don't get the hullabaloo with sales, you know, because all I see is the top 4 scorers and goal contributors in the PSL are starting. That's all I can say, you know. And I checked something earlier which was interesting, which told me that actually Shirley has played 10 more games than Sales. He has played more minutes, 2,900 and something. Sales has played 1,000 and something. And Sales has more goal contributions. So, to what you made with that information. Thank you.
I wanna before I move off of you, Lunga Cupido. What's happening there? What's the thinking? Do you think obviously Mudiba would have?
Yeah, obviously Mudiba is we know it's an open secret, you know. Cupido, yeah, I think he's a solid player, you know. I think he started. There was a game, even though it was a back 3 with Osares, but he did play as the 2 of the centre backs against Cocoon, and he was very good. So it's nothing new. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to Tyler. Tyler, weather delay. Tyler, weather delay.
Motiwa Sundowns and Chinese Moti are meeting there in the sky, and now they're causing the weather, weather issues. That is big. Salima China and Kunadi Motiwako Social Nguve. They are meeting now. These things are diluting OT, and the weather is now causing a disruption. But what's Social Nguve? Hi, strong. Strong. It's causing America weather. It's hot there in summer now. It's summertime. How can it can be weather problems? Wabula guys, come on. No, OT man. I'm listening to Agent is saying the coach is smart. Cardoso is not smart, guys. He has shown us in the weight matters. That this
Yeah,
guy is
but
not smart at all. He's not.
but
You,
he did things
if
that haven't been done before.
anyone would have done that. I mean,
Ah,
Sundowns got the material on OT.
but
They've
no
got the
one had done
material.
it before. 2016.
No, when OT look how he has approached it. He is been playing a very negative football. He
Okay.
just scores one goal and he closes it. You know, and that's how he managed to get to. He's been playing cautious football. That's how he has made to the final. You know, and he got exposed there because he doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't
Okay.
have the schemes. Zaburula. When we get pressed, this is what we do. When when we attack, this is what we do. You know, those nice things, man. Roland, those ingredients Roland will come up with, man. He has taught us football. By the way, they qualified to this FIFA World Cup through Rulani. By the way,
Ah,
Go and watch. Go
Taylor.
do your research. Go
Coach
do your
Taylor.
thorough research.
Mangoba.
Coach
But
Mangoba and
those
Rulani.
schemes, Taylor, those schemes of Rulani, he scored 0 goals in
I was
quarterfinals and
asking zero
semi-finals
goals.
last season.
He took
With
the
those
league.
schemes,
He took the league with how many points? How many games left? Yeah.
Oh, Caruso has more points though, and more goals, and more wins.
Caruso's got more goals. Caruso took
Yes.
the goals. Among all the guys.
no, even if you subtracted the 2
When
goals
did
of
Caruso
Omangoba,
arrive in South Africa? And who was banging more goals in South Africa? It was Mangoba was banging more goals in South Africa before
Mangoba's
this
team
guy
scored
arrived.
32 goals.
How
What?
many?
Sundowns has scored 110 goals.
Ooh. What are you saying, agent? What are you
I'm
saying?
saying you can remove the 22 goals scored by Mangoba. We still have
Mangoba
more than
scored.
80 goals scored by Coach Cardoso alone.
That guy is stupid. Okay, let me put it this way: the guy is stupid and smart. Okay, in the sense that if Temazwane, you see the value of Temazwane now. Why didn't you put him in the final? If you have seen the value of Chupido now, why
Yeah.
didn't you put him in the final? Why did you have Tembazwane the whole 90 minutes and not give them minutes in the weight matters the most. Yeah, first leg and the second leg. Now you're doing another blunder. You're putting Arthur Salles there. Arthur Salles has not been performing in the Champions League, man. He has only been performing in the league. And we all know the South African league is a farmers league now. All the teams that are below Sundowns, they can't match Sundowns. But where it matters,
Yeah.
where they have to perform against Pyramids. If you watch the match they play against MC Alga, they've struggled. And they're going to struggle here. These ones are runners. They run 90 minutes. These Chinese. Yeah, and they're gonna lose this game when out. They're just going there for nice what and nice weather and hot bath and all these
Yeah,
things.
but
But they are coming back home. Because of the coach. The coach is stupid. Bring Rulane back, and you'll have the good Sundowns.
What time
Sundowns
we're
we
gonna
can trust.
jump in?
This
What time we're
this
gonna jump
one.
in?
Aye.
Just for guys, just for clarity, it's Korean, please. It's Korean. Don't get me into trouble, please. Let me go to Boggs. Boggs, champ.
Sorry.
Yes, Oti.
Hey, Boggs, what do you think about this situation? What do you think about the starting lineups?
Starting in the MAMELODI Sundowns. When I look at the back line, Gavin, but Modiba was gonna drink them as usual. So Babonore, Al Teremobella offside. Regerezame bo Cupido, Regerezame bo Divine Lunga Mumramun. Because the other one up in South America, they never drink alone.
Yeah.
Never drink. So they had to restructure that back because they know that they are playing the current Champions League holders here. They are not just playing a Mickey Mouse team. This team comes here as Champions League winners. So Sundowns should be wary of that because Bona, they came here Lebona as 8-time champions. They are not a walkover, but remember one thing. League ya rona ke a Mickey Mouse League. Ke Mickey Mouse League e tlhela ko jwetsa gore Sundowns ya i-cheater ka ho reka di-player tsena kaofela. So here now they are going to play the big boys. This is where now they're gonna get exposed if they don't watch out. Because if they are not serious about taking this game serious, they are going to be whipped by this team.
What are you saying about Tembazwane coming back into this team?
I've already given up on Tembazwane due to the age. I told you that Tembazwane is a finished product. I can't keep on supporting finished products, whereas there are players that they can use that are still fresh. But you still force yourself to play Tembazwane because of the fans who are saying Tembazwane is still good. Tembazwane its time is up. I've said it, Tembazwane's time is up.
Do you think that this is a good or bad thing that he's playing Zwane? Is it going to be a situation that when he comes back this side to start the league, it's going to be an expectation now, especially if Zwane does well?
If Zwane does well, then the fans are going to be on the coach's back saying, no, play Tembazwane, Oboni at the Club World Cup, he delivered for the team. But if he does bad, it's going to come back to the coach and say, coach must go. Because you know how South African fans are. They can change like this Miami weather.
Yeah, okay. Guys, please follow if you have not followed. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed on that side. This, of course, is meant to be a watch along. For those who are wondering, the reason why the time is not running, we're having a build up, is because kickoff was delayed due to adverse weather conditions. So we're waiting for the weather to clear up a little bit. Then we'll see the game start properly. So please follow. Remember, you have to be following the account in order to jump in and speak to me. You do that by pressing the button at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. Blue figure, hugging a pink figure. You press that button, you request, I let you in. You tell me what you're thinking. Like I'm going to ask Terence. Terence.
Awuyelu.
Kabuyelo.
Before I jump into the lineup in today's game, let me start by saying this.
Yeah.
Loka itloya loka is why wela bobe itswela pele ira mitlolo. Lehoka itloya.
Yeah.
Lehoka wela bobe itswela pele ira mitlolo. Ke fetsa hona moti, and then kana kwenwe jealousy is it's we all have jealousy in life, but sometimes you must take it or ish o te khale ha o le motho ish jealousy yaka it too much, man. You understand? Yeah, it too much. E re ke fokotse skala sa jealous. E re ke theose skala sa jealousy yaka. Wa bona? Yeah, let me go into football facts anaveno. Number 1, I think Hugo Bro said this, sorry. There is no player who can replace Tembazwane. I can't see anyone currently who can replace Tembazwane. In all South African 16 teams, I don't see anyone. You see football genius, football minds. Ne? When you know how to play football, when your IQ level football-wise is very much high, you tend to do miracles within the field of play. And every player will play around you. When Mushishi atwere ball, everyone is at ease. Pajela, everything is running nicely. You understand? Once again, I think the coach have done a very brave decision. Kau bencha Brimudiba, Kau Kenta Cupido. Cupido is a very good ball player. Understand? So the Koreans can run, they can run for 110 minutes. We will hide the ball. We will hide the ball.
You know, I want to ask you: Is Cupido the next progression of the Kutsie role? Can he take that role, Kutsie?
Yeah, he will take that Kutsie role because of, you know what, we are going to hide the ball. If you look at, we are overloading at the middle, in the middle, right? Overload, ka Tembazwane, ka Rubero, ka Sales. They are all ball players. Understand? We are going to hide the ball. They can run as much as they want, man.
Yeah.
They can run for 110 minutes. If must be for 120 minutes, they can run. We don't care, they must run. We defend with the ball. We
Yeah.
defend with the ball. We don't park the bus. We defend with the ball. Today's game plan is very much clear. Go hide the ball. Today's game plan, the lineup, it says hide the ball. Understand? And then on Kantela, Modao just has to be disciplined. And what you call Divine have to be disciplined. Because if they tend to attack, carry full back Tabona, this Korean team. When they clip Tabona, some few clips Tabona, they bartender carry full back Tabona. So what's gonna happen today is Mokwena wa collect. Ha collect. Ball is straight in the middle of the park. Understand? We hide the ball nicely. We're gonna defend nicely with the ball. Try first spell and skune blank. Tiki taka. One thing I wanna tell you something before I get off. When I'm Mr. Uti.
Yeah.
They say South Africa is a farmers league. What I've seen here, some of the leagues in the world are overrated for nothing. Overrated for nothing. Just because of other people's teams are not performing. Now they say our league is a farmers league. Because of your league, your team is not performing. Now our league. When the time your league was your team was performing, it was not a farmers league. One understand that now because of this other team from somewhere,
Hey. Guys, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. So
hey. Anyway.
so Mr. Oti, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Sundowns is going to go through. Nekelebele to today's game, yeah, Dortmund or Fluminense. Fluminense play identical football as Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
Identical. One identical. Dortmund, you're overhyped for nothing. For nothing. On a team, Mola Brawak. Mola. Mola on a team, Brawak. Let me give others a chance, but for two, not
For time for the champion, CJ, showstopper, World Cup. Oh, Nazo. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
They bought in Cobra China for this match. You guys are crazy. What you know? No. They didn't buy the Cobra from Pakistan. They bought one stronger one. You guys are crazy.
You're gonna get me to trouble. Please don't get me to trouble.
Hey, Mr. Oti. Hey, I had the commentator that was on. I'm watching it on YouTube on a channel. He said that these are one of the smallest stadiums that have been used borrowed from the MLS, and he said it is when we know that only a handful of people are gonna come and watch. So the 57 fans Sundowns are known worldwide. You could
Always.
wherever they
Why do
go.
you have to fight? Always. Please don't fight. Embarrassing.
Only 57 will appear. And these people they are bringing disgrace to our country. Imagine being known all over the world, in America.
The games is just starting lineup. Oh, way back.
Mr. Oti, let me watch this thing.
Just came into embarrassing. Let me go to Prastomi. Embarrassing. Prastomi.
Hola, Uchi.
Hey, Prastomi, as I pause the game, man. Yet delay.
Hey, uvula ishow napha ebosini.
Ngiyavula ngithi ngifuna ukuzwa.
Hayi, makaye kufosa man.
The laugh is fake.
Yeah.
I will talk about the game, OT. Hey, it's gonna be a very difficult game. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I just checked the team. I mean, I is statistics zayo and how they come here. Into ebangela bazofika babe khona la. Yeah, because if you go and check, league win 5 times yabo. Then I think 2017 winner South Korean FA Cup. 2022 they won Champions League in 2024. So with Champions League they've never lost any game. They won all the games. I mean, azange badliwe. Possible they drew other games. Then scoring rate sabo per game is 2.25. Yeah, average
Yeah.
scoring when they're playing away or you're playing certain team with big tournaments.
Okay.
So it's a very good team. They're very good on high pressing, counter attack. They're playing sideways. When each side lingalungeli, they change badlale ngenye size. And they're so creative because they also use the pockets in order to dominate the team.
Okay.
So the one is gonna be a very challenging game, but we are ready for a challenge. And I like Lenda Yenzilo Coach Kaduso for starting with Ulunga, but I'm not sure with Cupido because Siskati sitting asadlali. And we don't know his pairing with Ukran Kekan. How's it? I think he took a risk. I'm happy to see Tembazwana with the team. Yeah, we can see Adams will come second half. Up front, I'm happy with Reynasi. I hope we can challenge the game and come with a great results. It's a hope.
How much does Tembazwane influence this team? Because, like we've noted, Tembazwane last season was injured for most of the season, and this team was playing RMR. You know, those type of lineups. Does Tembazwane coming in now? Does it influence any of that? Does it derail other people? How do you think it's going to affect this team? Especially, this is a running team. A passing team, this one here.
Yeah.
Sales Zwane Ribeiro. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Ashley OT. Maybe Kosha ufuna uza ngenye indlela, someone who can open pockets. But again, when you go and check the game, I think indabangelo edlala uZwane namhlanje. He wanted to start the first game with the original captain with the team. I don't think it was a decision ebeyicingile, but ke some bahleli phansi and reason baza ne-reasons that are valid. Let us go and start with the game. Start the game with a valid captain esimaziyo who's recognized as a captain. Then we can start from there. Otherwise, we've been missing Uzwana to the team. Someone who can make us play because he's a player who can make us play. So I don't know what is the plan, but again, if Sizodlala in a team that can keep the ball or they can circulate the ball, we need not as many players that can play because if you go and check with the inclusion of Cupido, when you go and check it, the whole team, coach wanted to have players that are comfortable on the ball. Because if you can go check mostly zonke, so possible uzodlala more passing game, create his bases in order to penetrate the game. Otherwise, it's a hope, Uchi. I'm not saying we're gonna win this game and overhype my team. It's a wish. I hope you boys come through. This is to qualify for the next round.
Okay, let me bring in Kuziso. Kuziso, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good morning, OT. You know,
Welcome.
there's only one instrument that will pleasant your heart. When you play piano, it's a motivation. The sound, the melody from piano. When we grow up, our elders used to say to us, when you want to look presentable when you go to school, you must polish your shoes. Your shoes must shine
Yeah.
so that you can represent the family that you come from. I just got the information that there will be 40 minutes delayed.
Yeah, 40
So we'll
minutes
be
delay.
waiting. Yeah. You know, as a Mamelodi Sundowns supporter, we are here to support our boys despite what happened last. And I'm glad that our coach has learned, and then he understands that as fans of Mamelodi Sundowns, what we want to see. And it's very good to see a coach being a good listener, so that Arfin Twerenyaka, a good leader must listen to the people. That's why one of the service deliveries, because of our leaders, they are not listening to us at the ground. So I'm very much glad going back to the starting 11. I think for bringing Ushikabala in the middle, we want that creativity, we want that leadership of him. Going to the back, bringing Lunga, maybe, Mara, for me, I think that the Lunga, he's not that fit, but it's just that it's a gambling game. I think coach saw something in him. That's why he decided to bring him to the squad. And I think he will deliver the best of him. And then with Sales, I'm not sure as a striker. Normally, when he plays for false nine, he has too much impact, especially on the attack. But when he is on the front alone, it's something else. But
Are you not worried that you have, excuse me, Ribeiro, you have Zwane, you have Sales, who like having the ball, who like passing, but maybe Sales is not that strong of a finisher. Zwane is not that strong of a finisher. How do you think that those four are going to play together? Sales, Reina, Zwane, and Ribeiro.
I think what I'm seeing is they will play 4-5-1. They will put Reynas at the front and then try to drop Sales beat Kagarenyana, so that the creativity of maybe Mushishi collecting the ball to Zwane, or we can even see Yena Celis going drop out as playing as a out winger. We might see that, but what I'm sure of, it's we'll see Reynas as our target man, because I think one thing that the game plan those Koreans, they are very short, and then go tlhokega motho e le goreng Sales with speed, maybe ka sighting, Ribeiro cutting inside, Sales dropping ininyana to the false nine, collecting the ball, and then ra bapala ball ya rena outlet. Ke nagana ke ka mokgwa e le goreng coach o e badile ka gona. And we are wishing the best for the team, man. No complain. We've been complaining about our coach is not listening to us. Salesman, mama. I think this is the good time, man. It's so that we can give our players that credit, man. Ways to even our coach for listening to us. And then we will see.
Very quickly,
I love to talk about. Yeah.
Very quickly for time.
Yeah, no problem. We will talk after the game. It's very nice to to give the feedback. Now we are just talking because it's like you are seeing a Mercedes Benz in the garage, and then you say, "No, I love this car," but you know that you can't afford that.
Yeah, no, Lena Kikopa Mercedes Benz one day. I wanna bring in Lebza. Lebza, welcome.
Hey, Mr. OT, how's it?
Ah, man, I'm good. Lebza, delay here, but it gives us a little bit of time to reflect. How do you feel about the starting
Yeah.
lineup?
Hey, man, I'm very happy. The only thing that caught me off guard is Cupido,
Yeah.
but beyond that, I'm happy with the lineup. I'm happy with Salis. I'm happy with Ribeiro, Reynes, and of course, the man himself, His Excellency Themba Zwane
Mm.
Mshishi. But I would have loved to see him more in the second half than now, because I'd prefer he finishes the game than him being taken out in the second half.
Do you think it's a game of
hope-
chess? Do you think it's a game of chess that Cardoso's playing here? Do you think it is a thing of appeasing fans one side?
No, I think Cardoso is a bit stubborn. He wouldn't put in a player that he does not think deserves to be there. I think he analyzed and assessed all these players throughout the time Eba spending in the US. So he obviously has his own reasons for playing him from the beginning. He saw something that might help him get something out of this game. And I think Shika will help us if these guys lock their defense. Shika will help us open that up. I mean, I had someone call him a finished something here. I was shocked. Themba Zwane has been taking good care of his body.
Yeah.
Every time they brought him in the league, he was phenomenal. Every one of us stood up to clap when we saw the things that he did on the pitch. A finished product. I don't understand how someone who watches football can come to that conclusion. It just does not make sense. Shika is still there, 100% able to do what he was able to do, just that we need to use him sparingly so that we have him longer at the team. That's pretty much my view on the issue of Shika. But beyond that, I think for today's game, I don't know why I'm not worried about wins and losses. I think I trust my team well enough that we're gonna do well, especially after watching that Fluminense and Dortmund game. I felt, you know what, this is our level. We are not out of our depth. We are exactly where we should be. So we should be able to see the team hold their own ground and play proper football. So I'm excited.
Very quickly, that front four, is there synergy there? Are people going to be maybe taken out of the positions that they normally play or how they normally play? Do you think Cardoso's going to change everything next season and move away from what was so successful last season?
I don't know if what I saw online was true, where they quoted him as saying that he wants to introduce the young players. So I think he's gonna steadily start bringing in back Bo Letlaku and Bo Mabena and the likes. So next season we're gonna look forward to that. But in this game, I'm looking forward to seeing how Zwane frees up Ribeiro, because in most cases, after these teams do research, they target Ribeiro. So with Zwane there, he's going to have more freedom and mobility to get into the box and get the ball in the box instead of having to go fetch the ball himself. So it's gonna be quite nice.
I'm going to bring in Mazozo as the last speaker for now. I'm going to come back when we resume, guys. So Mazozo, welcome to the show. How are you?
Morning, Oti. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Tell me about the sentiments, whatever we've been speaking about. Where do you want to jump in on?
Okay, my brother, Minane, I'm just going to be brief. Number one, I predicted Uti Dortmund was going to be number one on the group. Sundowns was going to be number two. But after hearing that Dortmund has 9 key players that are injured, and then they brought in players from second division yabo, of which they were relegated. League yabo. I feel like Sundowns, they are capable of taking in number 1, and then in number 2 can be taken by Flaminos, because I believe Brazilian football is better than South Korean football. And you could see when they were playing Dortmund. And remember, of the name Dortmund and badlala kuphi, that on its own, it brings pressure to my players. But for me, they were not bad. So another thing is that Uzwane. Coach brought in Uzwane because of a pressure after a CAF. I don't believe he brought in Uzwane because he believes good name and Uzwane is good, or Uzwane. That's my opinion anyway. And now another question is, Uzondlalisa as a left winger, because I believe Uzwane, he's good as a center attacking midfield. But then sizobona ke gaming. Ama-points wami lawo nje bengifuna just ukwarisa nje.
No, thank you so much, Pastor. Guys, I'm going to jump in, but I'm going to come back when the delay is done. So, those who don't know, the game has been delayed because of adverse weather conditions. They're just waiting it out. They said 40 minutes about 10 minutes ago, so we'll see if that comes through. Now, okay, 2 things. We'll start with Zwane. I'll start with Zwane. This is the danger that I was alluding to when we spoke about Uzwane and his place in the team and his place in the coach's mind. Now we are asking questions about whether it's a fan conversation. The fans, some people are saying that they're happy. Some people are saying that they love to see Themba Zwane out there. They love that the coach is listening. But then does that take away the agency of the coach to be able to pick certain players and play certain players? Because for the rest of the season, he's probably going to have to be thinking about this Themba Zwane situation. Right now, people are happy to see him in the starting lineup. What happens if you take him out of the starting lineup now? And maybe you feel like he's not a good part of the team, or he's not a good part of the thing that you want to do, right? Can you take him out? What's going to happen? Do you live with backlash? Do you live with backlash on your shoulders? Right? That's the question. But hopefully he's not thinking about that. When it comes to the composition of the team, my worry is that Sales, Zwane, and Ribeiro can be the same person. And Ribeiro, when Zwane is on the pitch, he tends to go out to the right-hand side and kind of hide. So I want to see how Ribeiro is going to play with Uzwane, especially also with Sales, because Sales, he's not somebody who likes to shoot, but he's somebody who likes to lay the ball off. And with Themba Zwane, siyamthanda, but yeah, scoring is not his thing like that. It's not his full thing. So I want to see how that balances out on top of Urena's. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is what we're going to see going into the season. If maybe Coach Caruso is trying out this new tactic that he's going to use going forward. But it's very interesting to see what's going to happen all around this thing. Utama fans, right now I saw a comment that said rather lose with Zwane than without him. But if you lose, you get fired. So now do you lose without playing your own players if that's the situation? Or do you allow the fans to dictate, or the club or the people watching to dictate, and then you can't do your job fully and you lose? If I'm a coach, I'd much rather lose on my own accord than to lose because I brought somebody in. A lot of good work was done by the Sundowns team last season without Umshishi. And it's not to say that Umshishi is a bad player or he shouldn't be in. But I think we're undermining some of the great work that was done by Mamelodi Sundowns up to that point. And Umshishi can be an addition, can be a change, but there was a team that was performing while he was injured. So there's also those type of questions. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to be back when we are back for the game. So I guess it's going to be another 20 minutes. Thank you to everybody, guys. I was on Sporty TV. So, hey, we are building. Guys, I'll be back now.